Hey, what up, team? It's Joe Mill here with Killer Miller Q. We are back, and today is a special edition as I'm back at the crib in Ohio, putting together a little bit of a brisket. We're going to try out this spoiled boat method, as well as I want to use a little bit of this Montreal steak seasoning on this brisket and leave my family with a little bit of love for football Sunday. Let's go. Team, I'm gonna bring you in here close, let you check out what we got. I'm going all out. 20 pounder. We are not on the Lone Star. I am not at home. We out here with fam. It's time to get this baby going. We're gonna get this thing done makeshift without all my normal. I've been wanting to try this for a while, to use a little bit of this Montreal steak seasoning on a brisket. I think this would be good. I don't got all my normal stuff here at the house. I'm in Ohio, but pretty much with the Montreal steak seasoning, you got salt, you got black pepper, you got some garlic, you got onions, you got a little bit of heat. It's nice and coarse. It should be able to give us a good bark, and I'm gonna smoke the hell out of it. Let's figure it out. Okay, so we got this big old thing out the bag, and clearly you can see we've seen some better briskets. This thing has been beat up. Lots of cuts and gashes all in this thing. Lots of extra fat and stuff that we're gonna clean up off of here. I won't show you all of that. Let's switch them around. Here we go. Like I said, is it the best brisket I've ever seen? Nah, but you know what? This is what I had available to me, so we're gonna make it work. I ain't too mad. Let me get this thing cleaned up. Alright, so we got this thing pretty much done. Like I told you. Look at my baby. She's so beat up. I'm gonna make you pretty though. Don't you worry about it. Huge gouge of this fat missing out of here. Ain't too much you can do but roll with it, right? Got rid of a lot of this. Kind of circled this thing up a little bit. Brought the fat down. It was a nice little deco that was already on here. But definitely kind of brought this down to a little bit something more respectful. I'm about to get this baby a rinse off. Pat him back dry. And then we get it seasoned up. Okay, as you see, we got this thing shaped up and ready to rock. Started off a little bit rough. There's a nice gouge in the back of there of fat, but I ain't too mad at it at the end of the day. Got me some fat pieces over there. Put that to the side for my man. Let him get him some burgers on the back end, like always. And then I got me a nice little bowl over there. We're going to need probably to hit this with a little bit of tallow. So you know what we're going to do with that. We'll render that down as we cook. But time to get it seasoned up and let this baby hang out. There we go. Here we go. Got that baby all seasoned up. Got that Montreal steak sauce on there, along with a little bit of that yellow mustard for the binder. And I think we're going to be all right. Okay, team, it is late night, so I'm not going to be too loud, but we got a location change. Got that thing trimmed up over my man's house. We over here at my people's house. I'm bringing out the old Z grill today. I got it already on the smoke setting. Check out our baby here. Hey, I'm going to tell you something. This thing started off a little ugly. It's looking pretty now. It's looking pretty now. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw this on the smoke setting for about an hour or so, just to kind of let some penetrate. I've never used this Z grill yet. This is my dad's smoker, so we can see how much I can get a little bit of a smoke ring and get some flavor in here. And then I'm going to pump this thing up to about 250, and this will be going overnight. I'll bring you in like always. Hold tight. Night. All right, it is bright and early. Now we can halfway see. This thing's been holding up pretty strong at about 250. Gave it a little bit of smoke on that smoke setting in the middle of the night. And I guess we about to take our first piece. Before I do, man, I got to give my dad some props, man. I love this dude. Little things, man. I was wondering when I pulled this thing out last night. It was in here so tight. He got it bolted onto a nice little cart. Got a thing in here so it won't move. This thing is so steady, Freddy, and it sits up a little bit higher. I actually like it. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. See a little bit of weeping on that side. That's good. Thing look good. All I'm going to do is flip this baby around. If I had to guess, this looks like it might be the warmer side. And we're going to keep on smoking. Hey, I wanted to jump in here real quick and let you know if you are new to the channel, make sure that you go to that bottom right corner and subscribe. Check out some of the other videos that you might have missed. And for everybody else that's been following along, make sure that you also follow me along on IG as well as Facebook. And other than that, we're going to keep this thing going and get right back to the cook. All right, team. Here we are. It is almost 6 hours in. Got my old school thermometer. You see what we're looking like. Got me a beautiful looking crust already starting up. Again, I don't got all my extras. I'm really not gonna worry about spritzing this thing or nothing. I'm gonna let it go just like it is, get us a good bark. We're getting a little bit of weeping going, which is good. I think our trim looked like it came out pretty well. I'm happy so far. We're gonna let this thing get a whole lot darker. All right, team. It has been 10 hours. Hitting this baby with some smoke. Check this thing out. Man, this was an ugly brisket at one point. It's starting to look like I want it to look. Beautiful little bit of basting over this natural weeping that was been coming up out of here. I've been temping this thing. I'm at about 180 roughly in my point. Down here roughly in my flat, I'm more towards the 165-ish range. So I just kind of flip it around, keep on rotating it. I'm about to wrap this up. For the first time ever, we're gonna try this foil boat treatment. I'm over here, I don't got my normal butcher paper, so I feel like that's gonna be the best. I wanna make sure I keep this good bark we got going on, and we're gonna go from here. So far, I have to say, this old Z Grill has been doing a great job. I've been in and out, I've been running around, checking out some of my friends and everything, and at the end of the day, this has been rolling nonstop. My dad been keeping an eye on it, and together, we're gonna put something out good. Let's hold tight, let me flip this thing around. All right, so we got this brisket up out of here. We about to do the foil boat roll up. I got me some double layered heavy duty aluminum foil. I'm gonna roll that up nice and tight towards the side, more or less about midways through. And we're gonna leave that on top. And at the end of the day, it's gonna be able to keep me a nice bark on top, as well as it should help me speed up my cooking and take me all the way up to roughly, I'm gonna go for about 203. Check it out. This is what we got right here. My foil boat is pretty much set up. I'm not gonna add a whole lot of moisture to this thing to start. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of tallow over the top just to make sure I stay nice and moist. And I'm gonna let it go ahead and rock out until I can get up to around 203. My guess, roughly about a couple more hours. And then here it is with the tallow on. We going back on there. I'm gonna kick it up just a tad to 275. And we taking it up to 203. All right, team, we are done. 13 hours later, here is our brisket. At the end of the day, I started off more or less at, we got the smoke in for about an hour. We turned around and came back at 250. This is 13 hours later. At the back end, once I put this foil boat on, I went to 275. My bark looks pretty solid. I'm gonna let this thing rest, but I had to give you a peek at what we're looking like before we pull it off. All right. This baby's rested. Let's check this thing out. Woohoo! Check that out right there one time. I tell you what, I have to say, oh yeah, that bark is nice. I can see we got a little bit of moisture down there. I like this foil boat method. Let me get this out of here and get this over here onto the cutting board. We chop it up, we see what we got. All right, so we got this baby out. Bark is barking like a big dog, I know that. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut this thing, and more or less about where the point is at. We're gonna see what we're working with. See how we rented this fat out. Make sure I got this nice and clean cut it. Oh man, that's pit master privilege. You know that's mine. Okay. Come on now. I don't never lead you wrong. Understand, I had things to do today. I was busy. This is a belly grill, man. This ain't my Lone Star. I'm on my dad's grill. First time ever cooking on it. This ain't nothing special. This is what we do. Okay, I'm gonna throw this to the side. We'll cut this point next. Ooh, that's me. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. That Montreal steak seasoning tastes pretty good on the brisket. I said I wanted to try that. Ooh. This ain't the sharpest knife, but we're getting through here. got a nice crust going on. Look at that. Who said you can't get no smoke ring out of no pellet grill? I ain't even cooked off this pellet grill. This is Z Grill giving me some love like this. Shout out to the old Z Grill. I ain't mad at you. And I'm not gonna cut all of this right now. I'll try to keep me a couple pieces a little less oxidized. And this basically going to the fam, but you know what? You know we're gonna taste some of this. That one right here going to the good. What you think? What you think? We got a flapper, is that right? Yeah. All right, so let's one time, let's taste it. Break it apart.
Smacking.
You already know. If nothing else, I tell you to give it a try. Can't go wrong with that Montreal steak. It's got everything you need. Salt, pepper, garlic, onion, whole 9 yards. This brisket came out great. Z Grills, props out to you. Dad, I appreciate you helping me get this thing done. My boys kicked in. We was at one house to the next house to the next house. But at the end of the day, you gotta love being home with family. I'm gonna holler at y'all next time, next week. Killer Miller Q. Peace. Had to bring you back as we chopping it up. We got, ooh, come on now. Let me get in there close for y'all. Y'all deserve this. Man. Hey, if this how it is when I'm not comfortable, man, I'd be scared to see what it's like when I am. You know what I'm saying? Check out this point. Juicy them. I'm trying to tell you. Chop that up one time.